I just think that in reality, you gotta have common sense along with book smart. You gotta have common sense. If you don't know not to put your hand on this damn stove because it's hot, that means you have no common sense. It's hot. You know you don't supposed to put your hand on it.
What we're seeing, what's going on is, unfortunately, you have a lot of fathers in prison, right? We were programmed early on, Mo, when the fathers couldn't be in the home, when our parents had to be on welfare. So we were programmed then. They was programming us then to take the man out the home, right? The head, the guy who's supposed to teach his son how to shave, tie his tie. Eye opener. This is for a conversation for with our kids and grandkids. Because if we pass it to our kids, they should be passing it down to their kids. But they're watching us, so we act out here acting a fool. Guess what's gonna happen? Who they learning from? Where they getting the information from?
You know what? This is exactly why the therapists or the counselors, my job becomes harder, because I deal with the men that are being taken, I'll say, addicted to something. Either to sex. They're addicted to sex. They're addicted to drugs. They have miscommunication. They're angry. They're angry at their fathers for not being in the picture. They're angry at the mothers for what the mothers couldn't provide. And I'm speaking from a mother that came from a marriage. So I was married and the husband left.
About black, I don't think it's for all cultures, but like dude said, man, women want the bad boy, they attracted to them. They're not attracted to the nerds or anything like that, because they made fun of them in high school. They had their own businesses, or they come up with new inventions, and then they probably think later on, I should have talked to him or something like that. But it's that's what they like, because they said in these rap videos, they said in the movie. So it's all.
Like, I don't feel like police being in the area is the answer because of the tension. There's already problems. Like, if I see you, the first thing in my mind is to run, hide. They gonna search me, gun me down, Trayvon. I don't think that that's the answer. But
okay, Molly Moho. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in as always. They got it a lot better than we had it growing up. We literally had to wait on daddy or mommy to hand us money or food stamps to go to the store. Now, and they can be all the way at work and say, "Mom, hungry, I need more money." Cash out right to your car and you good. So it's different times. So.
And we back.
Hey, little
hey, Dr. P, what's up with you?
Hey, trying to get me some water in my system. I don't know what's going on.
You get that water in your system. Hurry up, get that water in you. Make sure you're good. Janice ain't gonna be on with us today, y'all. We gonna miss her today. Say she be back probably next Friday. So she gonna be gone for a little while. Who we got in here so far? Hey, Miss Reynolds, welcome, man. Who else up in here? I see we already got 17 people in here. Y'all in here, please like, please share. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Yeah. We got a good one today. I've been saving this one for you. I see you sent it to it in the group chat. I said, oh, that's crazy. I've been saving that one for you because we already spoke on the man, actually killing his baby mother, and situations like that came up numbers of times. So now this one been the flip-flop. So it's like, oh, yeah, we got to really share this with the people, get their thoughts on why we think this incident may occur, what we could have did to prevent it, not us, but what they could have done to prevent this, and what can we do to prevent these things from actually happening again. I don't know if y'all knew or y'all heard, but is this the one you talking about, the Mississippi woman?
Yes.
Yeah, she was charged with killing her husband on Facebook Live in front of her kids. And I believe her mother was there as well, or if I'm wrong, but I heard it sound like her mother was right
Yeah.
there. She's like, y'all chill out, y'all chill out. I don't believe that they showed her actually do it, you know.
No, the phone falls.
This clip. I'm gonna give some people some time to get in though. How you feeling out there though? How your week been so far, Dr. P?
Chef been having me working, but blessing that came behind that. We had just talked with one of my friends. She's a first lady, and me and Courtney. I was like, Courtney, we're gonna have to do a little bit better and get some contracts. And so Monday she got offered one contract, and then as I did her presentation yesterday, they told us to look forward to I think 2 other water companies that she'll be.
That's big.
Yes, big
That's
time.
big. Shout out to Chef Court. Keep up the good work. Mom's right there with you. I ain't gonna be ever had time to come on the show in a little bit. We're gonna be busy.
They want every Tuesday and Thursday, which was actually her regular delivery date. So that means that her regular customers she won't be able to use. But what I told her is this probably give you the opportunity to hire staff. Because it's money. Let's make this money.
This money, man. Let's get this money. Well, we're gonna share this clip with y'all. Y'all give us y'all thoughts. Y'all already know. Y'all put up the comments. We're gonna share and we're gonna give us our thoughts as well. But it's another tragic event. Another black couple. Another kid's got to grow up without a father and possibly a mother because she gonna be in jail. So it's a lose-lose no matter how you put it.
Yeah.
In these situations, man, we got to do better. Here go the clip right here.
Yeah, people want to have something to say, but he ain't here with his kids. He ain't helping. He left at 6:00. He left at 6:06 to go be with his mama.
Be on his mama kid instead of over here trying to cook something to eat.
Why
is there got to be a question about do I need to cook for the kids? Why is there a question?
And he don't never have to question. He don't want to question everybody's loyalty. But where is his loyalty at?
So far, Dr. P, she basically saying he's out with his mother, where his loyalty at. So she basically feel like he should be there with her instead of helping his mom.
Just that more to it.
Yeah. I just don't want to skip cross.
But he want to talk about me when I am not doing. He want to talk about me when I'm not doing. Talk about unnecessary. Then he talking about calling the police. Talk about I'm gonna get my stuff. But you got 4 kids and a wife. It's 7:36. He can't even be.
He can't even come here and cook for these kids.
He can't even come here and cook for the kids.
He got to be at work at 8 o'clock.
Nah, matter of fact, he got to be at work at 9.
Okay, but he still got time to cook for these kids.
And then he got to go pick up his. He got to go pick up his buddy from his job, law.
Well,
So he don't find time to cook for his kids. That's so far I'm hearing so far.
That's
he got to get to work, but he don't find time to cook for his kids. They their kids, right? So when she do that, she ain't got time to do it.
That's finished listening.
Can you say yet? Okay. I know when people see a whole clip, they find something, and then they just hold on to that and don't hear none of the rest of it. So far, I'm hearing that he's out with his mom. Mm-hmm. That's a problem so far. He don't cook for the kids before he go out to work. Mm-hmm. That's a problem, so it's just like, oh, man.
He need to tell Long he need to get his mama car and go to work.
He pick up his brother-in-law, take him to work back and forth every day.
I ain't got nothing to give nobody, helping nobody,
but he can't put gas in both cars.
That's what I'm saying. If Long ain't getting him no gas money to go to work, talking about people got stuff. Okay, he wanna put it like that. Oh, I got stuff to do too. I'm over here. I got stuff to do too. I'm over here. I'm over here putting the
Yeah, what you on the phone with?
Uncle, boom. I'm talking about Uncle.
I'm over here.
No, you ain't trying to get ready for work. Look at him. This is a sad case, y'all. He getting his stuff. Look at that sad case as a father.
Okay, Jeremy, what is the conversation you want to have?
We good.
Yeah, and your baby in the room.
Conversation you want to have?
We good. Give me my phone, bro. Don't share
What is the conversation you want to have?
What the conversation?
Get out my
He
phone.
said, what's the conversation?
Don't touch me. I'll call the police over here. Do not touch me.
He said, what's the conversation y'all want to have?
Get on me.
What's the conversation you want to have?
Oh, I'm finna send man over here. She touch me.
Ain't nobody touching you.
I'm gonna send my cousin over here. Do not touch me,
Don't
bro.
call nobody over here.
Oh, wait. Tell your daughter to keep her hands on
What
me.
is the
Tell your
conversation?
daughter to keep her hands on me.
You the one slap me. You the one slap me. Hit me now. Hit me now.
Hit me now.
What's up, man?
I'm still asking what is the conversation.
Oh man, that's what I'm finna do. I'm finna get out. I ain't really trying to argue.
They say, come get your toy.
No, you want to go tell your family about this, about that. You want to do this.
I'm trying to leave from over here, man. I ain't trying to argue at all.
Ain't nobody.
Let me take my car key off.
Stop. What is the conversation?
No, what's the conversation? What's the conversation?
Keep your hands on.
What's the conversation?
Keep your hands on. Don't touch me, bro.
What's the conversation?
Move, bro. I'm trying to get ready for work, man. Go on.
How you getting ready for work?
What is going on? That's all I'm here. I'm over here doing. Talking about I don't do nothing for the kids. I don't do nothing. I do what I can when I can.
Understand.
But like I said, don't keep putting me in situations that's not my problem. And then, like I said, this is your family. You supposed to be here. You haven't taken care of
he ain't
these
straight.
kids. No, you're not good because you're not here taking care of these kids.
He wanna go cop everybody.
Keep your hands on me, bro. Don't touch me again.
Touch you.
Jason, send that over here. We'll make it easy. Send that over here. I'm gonna do it just like that. Send that over here.
Ain't nobody finna come over here and do nothing.
Get your hands on me, bro. Stop touching me. Move.
You need to stop.
Send that over here, Jason.
Ain't nobody coming over here.
Oh, me, bro. Sit down. Get your motherfucking hands on me, bro. Stop touching me, bro.
Stop.
Stop touching me.
Stop. Murder scene,
Stop
murder.
touching me again.
Stop.
Let go. Touch me. Touch me again. Touch me a motherfucking again. Touch me again.
Ain't nobody finna do
Don't go
that.
to put my gun on
Ain't
me.
nobody finna do nothing.
Open this house, buddy.
Ain't nobody. Stop.
Don't worry about it. Touch me again. Touch me again.
Stop. Yeah.
Touch me again.
Yeah. Stop. Yeah,
Touch me
bitch.
again.
Stop. Stop. I'm not over here for this.
Motherfucker gonna keep her
I
hands
kill
on me,
your
bro.
ass. Not bitch. Stop. Nobody, I can get out my bed for this.
Yeah, people so
Stop.
selfish, man. That's why I lose my sleep, man.
This is tough.
Everything in the top belong to me.
Stop.
Be careful, y'all pick his partner.
Get somewhere and sit down. Y'all gonna have to stop all this. Cause then y'all wonder why the kids.
You
What's up, everybody? This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Won't Show. Let's get it.
Man, that is sad. That is sad. Happy I didn't get to see it. You know, happy they ain't show any of that. You know, but I feel sorry for the kids. That was one toxic ass girl. She was the problem, beyond the problem. I don't care what he did. All her problems was jealousy. Oh, you take your mother here, you do that. Oh, you help out your stepbrother to get back and forth to work. This sound like a good nigga. You ain't saying you ain't hanging out. He got girls calling his phone. You ain't answering with none of that. She mad that he do for others in his family. So she trying to find things for him to do for the family so she can compare it to. Oh, you can't cook before you go to work? No, bitch, you cook. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? If I'm going to work, why I gotta cook before you go? And then you complaining about it. Oh, you ain't cooking or feeding the kids before you leave out. Nah, but I'm going to work. You know, this lady was terrible, man. I hope she go to jail. and they should never let her ass out. That's how I feel. She done. Well, what's your thoughts, Dr. P? Why you want to share this with the people?
Oh, this is, this is my field. I've experienced some of this. This is traumatizing to me. I've studied this. I've actually seen the other video when the police officers came in. Um, it has, I think that's why my stomach is like just sick. I'm really, really sick to know that this is a young couple. And if you go back on their social media, you'll see that this is something, they had a family formula going on, but you see toxic, you see a lot of verbal abuse, you see the emotional abuse, you see the psychological, you see the physical. Yes, she was very aggressive. She was very toxic. She caused it. He was trying to diffuse the situation by leaving, which is what we normally tell somebody to do, walk away. She irked him on. She literally put it on Facebook, for one thing. She degraded him. She, involved her parents in there. She involved us in it. We had no business, looking at this stuff. And she had no business with a weapon. And then the bad part is she literally on live threatened him and said, "I'm going to kill you." Not less than 5 seconds later, or I give 10, you hear a gunshot, and the mother, to me, you're not there as an advocate. You're not there trying to diffuse the situation or whatever. It's messy. That's why you don't involve your parents, your friends, or, other people in your business. And she went live on this thing. This thing went viral. You found it on Instagram. I seen the whole thing on Facebook, and it got me because somebody shared it with me 2 o'clock that morning and asked me had I seen it, and I hadn't. So I don't know if they took it off by now, but just to hear something like that, and then to hear the little boy comes in and say, my daddy, he's crying, and the mom says, "Your daddy is dead," and then they take him out of the, she tells him to go upstairs. I don't hear no remorse. I don't hear, I understand you go into shock, but the way she did it, why have a gun? This man is trying to go to work. I wouldn't knock down his character, or I wouldn't boost up his character, because I don't know. There's a reason why a woman gets her family or somebody somebody else involved. So when you're looking at that scenario, she had her mom over there cooking breakfast for a reason. You hear the mom says that. I could have stayed in my own bed, but I'm here. So we're looking at something that obviously has been happening, often. He's barely, he's at work. Which is normally our situations when we talk about a 2-home situation, because she works as well. So it's not like she's just sitting around in the house. Unless we get the full story, you don't hear all of this on this taping that you have. But she goes she needs help, which they have 4 children. She just had a brand new baby. So it's a lot why she called her mom. She's getting her mom involved as well. He's on the phone with his uncle. He's outside. If you see, he walks outside on the phone talking to his uncle about their situation. And that's just no. There's no boundaries. You got everybody that's involved, and all these people now are devastated. And then what you didn't see was for a long time the phone wasn't visible. So then the police, when they finally get there, the police finds the phone. You see all the people, come in and all this stuff. And then the police finds the phone. He looks at the phone and he said, "Oh, it's recording." He places the phone back down and let it continues to record, because I guess they're going to use this as evidence, because she knew. She said, "I don't want to go to jail. This was an accident. But the simple fact that you went got this gun and you said out of your mouth, 'I'm going to kill you,' is evidence enough to call it premeditated in a lot of people face first degree."
So, yeah, that's why I don't think it's accident. I'm trying to figure out the accident part. Like she said, "I'm going to kill you," and then she killed him. She purposely did it. Yeah, I don't believe it's accident. I just don't know what he could have did in that situation. He already there and the mother's there.
If
Like
you in the second recording, which was live, when the police officers come in, she says, well, no, before the police officers get there, she's screaming, right? Because when a gun goes off, I think they don't show it, but I think like she's, antagonizing him in his face, da 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 da, and you can tell the gun goes off. So she screams and she says, without her knowing that we're still listening, she says, oh my God, he took the gun and he, I think he pulled, it went off, like it went to him and it just went off. And she's like asking, why did you turn the gun to you, or something like that? She's questioning herself in the midst of her going off, because I know she's terrified. And then she said, I love you, I think his name was Jeremy. I mean, it's just so many things to wrap your mind around that happened, but you have to see both of the videos to kind of come up with, really a view, because it's a lot. It is a lot. They have it where it's just, read it, look at it at your own discretion, because I'm telling you, it's been 3 days now. I watched this thing. My stomach is all, in knots. I can't get it off my mind. This was a young couple. They couldn't be no more than in their early 20s, in their 20s or early 30s. And when you see him, when they're riding in a car, his birthday was just, I think his birthday is in July. So his birthday was getting ready to come up. They celebrated the birthday in 2020. That's on her social media. You can pull up her social media. You can see kind of like them with the kids, and he had a close relationship with his son. So just think of everything that has to go on. Now the grandmother, if they don't try to hold her, bring any charges on her, I don't think that they should be able to, because she wasn't, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the comments said, get the grandmother. The grandmother should be charged or whatever. I don't think she should be charged. She was really trying to say, hey, y'all need to stop this, because these kids gonna grow up and this is how they're gonna be. And boom, that's when you hear the shot.
And that's who she got it from. That's why the mother, the whole time, she not there to help out. She there to take her daughter's side. And that's what I ain't falling for. She wasn't there to like diffuse the situation. She there to take her daughter's side. The whole beginning of the video, you heard like, yeah, and I can't be doing this, and he gonna have to do this and do that. So I don't know. Like I don't know. But I think she played a big role into it. Now, one time she told her daughter to chill out until it got too far. Yeah. It was plenty of times he said, stop putting your hand. Can you get your daughter to stop put? And she kept saying, what you want to talk about?
Exactly.
What you want to talk about? Like, it because, like, I don't know. You supposed to come over there to diffuse this situation. A lot of people think it can't go this far. I think that this was premeditated. I think she already knew once she come in here, he either going to do what I tell him to do, and if he do the opposite, which is go to work, which is crazy, I'm going to shoot him, and I'm going to kill you. And she said it, and she did it. And I seen a lot of people in the comments were saying the other video, when you can see it right there. I don't know if y'all can, but they said the police, he called the police to get an escort out, and they say they don't do that there.
Yeah, he did. And she said, they're not, the mother said, like, they're not going to come out. I don't know which one said, but they were like, the police, no, the mother did. She's like, you're not going to involve all these people. You're not going to get the police. So you can tell that there are multiple domestic violence calls that was made to the police department. I really don't believe that boy thought that he was going to die. I don't believe that, even though she said it, because I've been in so many of these cases, you have to be careful what you say. Even though she said it, I don't believe that she literally intentionally set it up like, oh, he gonna come here today and I'm gonna kill him. I don't think that's what happened. In the midst of you being angry and mad, I don't know how that gun got into play, because we can't see the video. The only person who knows is her and the mom. The husband is dead now. So they're going to have to go to trial if she plead not guilty, but I'm pretty sure she's going to plead guilty.
They know that gun ain't walk by itself. Yeah. They know that gun ain't get up, shoot him, and let everybody else live. One of the two had to shoot him. Unless mom gonna say she shot him, then none of that makes sense. She shot him. Like, he ain't shoot himself. He ain't like struggled with her with the gun and it just went
That's
off. None
sad.
of that. She shot his ass.
In one of the videos, it does say that. It says that she's saying like we're he turned the gun, like, why did you do it? Like she's literally like saying, like, why did you do this, Jeremy? Why did you do it? Da, 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 da. I mean, you got to hear the full thing to get the
Now I say that too once he shot because she knew she was going to jail and she remembered she recording. She ain't completely forgot. She knows she recording. She knows she going to jail. All that like, oh, why you do this, Jeremy? If you can hear, I was saying, why you do? I ain't hear her say, let go the gun, get off the gun. Da,
we
da,
didn't
da, da. She
hear the,
said, I'm gonna shoot you. Shots went off. Maybe he tried to stop her for shooting him, but she said, I'm gonna kill you, and he somehow died. I think she deserved to go to jail. What y'all think in the comments? Let us know. I see our brother Kenny, and he said, Lord have mercy. DJ Slicky Woo said, Mom's pumped her up too.
yeah.
What's up, Kimberly? KB in here.
Hey everyone. Hey
Say good
Doc.
morning, everyone. Sam put Kill do something with this. Hey man, I don't know what they're gonna do with her, but she was beyond toxic, man. I wish this dude could have got out of there.
And look, abusive. You know, we always talk about the man being abusive. This was a perfect scenario to watch a woman when we're talking about abuse. I mean, physical abuse. We hear a lot of women that are verbal abusive. We seen he called her bitch, so that's goes in the category of verbal abuse. But to see he did not put his hands on her, he did not physically abuse her. He was trying to avoid the situation, and to see multiple times she hit him, multiple times she put her hands on him. So it's almost like you're pushing me, you know, you're provoking me to want to hit you back. And I can tell this is a cycle of abuse. This is a cycle. This wasn't the first time. And I think that's probably why the mother, because I, as a parent, if I was to get involved, it means that this is happening all the time because she said it. The mother said it. She's basically saying, like, y'all need to stop this stuff before it comes to get to this, and the children, boom, and the gun goes off. I really believe if the mom seen them tussling, because I think she was in the kitchen. They in another part. They moved from different areas, and I think if the mom had seen that gun, I'm sure she would have said something, because on the other video, the mother is in the room and the mother is screaming to the daughter, and she's mad at the daughter. She's like, get out of here, get away, get away, get away. So she turns on her daughter. And
that's after the fact, though. All this is after the fact. Now they ain't just doing it because she shoot at him. She done shot him. She killed him. Now she want to be known like, I ain't had nothing to do with this. Get away. Like, you a killer. You this and that. But before that, she ain't do none of that. She could have easily told her daughter to chill out, calm down. Y'all need to talk like adults. Like, why are you screaming? She was basically taking on everything her daughter said. Yeah, this, yeah, that, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah, he need to do this and he need to do that. And everything that he was doing was good shit that most women cry for their men to do, to go out here, work, take care of their family. She mad that he taking care of his mother. I've been in relationships when girls jealous of your mother. I'm like, I gotta take my mother to the store. Oh, when it come to her, you just hop up and quit. Yes, I do. And you got women out here that's jealous. They don't want you to do them things for your mother. They don't want you to do for your family no more. It got to be for your immediate family. Like, it got to be your wife and your kids. If it ain't about them, then they don't want you to do it. But when you can make time for both, they hate it. You know, I don't like her. I don't like her at all. I hope she go to jail. She need to stay in jail. And I dealt with a lot of toxic ass women like her. And that dude ain't do nothing wrong. Like, he ain't give her really no reason to be doing what she doing. Definitely be shooting nobody. I ain't got to see 1,000 videos to know that she was the aggressor and she was the piece of shit. Like, that, it was her.
Where did the gun come from? That's what we don't know. We don't know. Once they moved off of her filming, she dropped the phone. They're tussling, and boom, we just hear the shot. I can't wait till I can't wait.
I just know common sense says this: if he grabbed the gun, she can't take it from him and shoot him.
No, he didn't grab.
So we know he ain't grabbed the gun. It don't matter if he came out the closet, out the stove, under the couch. This bitch grabbed the gun and shot this kid, you know, and the mother, she could have grabbed it and handled the gun. Who knows? I know at the end of the day, from the video and from the audio, it sounds like she did it, and moms ain't like when she did it. The dude out there bleeding out, I heard he called the police. He did everything he possibly can do. The police couldn't escort him out because they don't do that there. So he had to actually get his uncle, which any dude would want to do, call a family member. She here with her mother. She's screaming. The police don't want to help. He on the phone with his uncle. You know, his uncle probably telling her, look, man, let her say what she going to say. Just get up out of there. But, you know, people find any reason to make her seem like, well, she was probably stressing. When she do got 4 kids, man, my sister's got 6. One got 5. They ain't in there stressing and want to kill a boyfriend and do all this weird shit. So I don't want to hear that excuses, man.
You're right.
My mother had 8 too. It's 8 of us. So my mother ain't killed my father.
You're right. We have to understand a lot of things we say becomes it's excuses. You know, okay, your mom was there to help you at that moment. Your mom irked up and said, okay, what do you want to talk about? He had to go to work. She could have said, you know what, look, we will discuss this situation later. And daughter, you need to get your butt off this Facebook having all these people in your business. No telling what if you got it from Instagram and she did it on Facebook, I'm pretty sure somebody shared it, but it's everywhere. And it happened on Facebook. And like I said, a lot of us that watch this kind of stuff, you get traumatized yourself.
Yeah. Take on that trauma from others. Got to be careful with that, taking on that energy. That's why I don't watch the news.
Yeah,
a lot of people watch the news. Like, I ain't got time to know what's going on in the Northeast, West, and the South. That's all news stand for. I was always wondering, like, where the hell they get the word news from? Like, what do news stand for? That's all it is. North, East, West, South. They just let y'all know what's going on all around the world, and they can tell us what they want, but they don't tell us nothing to lift our spirit, you know, to get you going. You know, they just give you shit to bring you down. You know, to have you in fear, to have you like, shit, I don't even know if I should leave the house today. You know, it was 5 accidents on 295. You like, shit, I gotta go that way. You know, like that could have been me. It's just like a lot of stuff don't have to be broadcast. You know, we understand people live and they gonna die. People die every day, but we ain't got to hear about it.
Be broadcast, they don't, and we finding that out. Something that can make a difference. But I pray for this family. I pray for their healing. The children were very, very little. The young boy was probably about 4 or 5. Who the little boy was. I seen a picture of him. I seen actually all the kids. They were actually, all of those kids were young. So I can just imagine the police had to take them out from the back door so they wouldn't look at the father. And the police is asking, they didn't want to touch anything. It was like, leave everything there. They had the gun right there. I mean, it was so much. I've watched so many recent videos on Facebook about killings. I don't know why it's just been hitting me, but this was one of them. I watched another one that was so tragic. The man that shot his wife in the face, who had on the bullet.
Yeah.
It's getting terrible, Ma, that we can watch this stuff on social media, and how can we deal with it ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is bringing experiences to our mind to say, this is another reason why we need to be careful of who is carrying these guns. Like Janice always say about, they need to have a mental evaluation, because anybody knows when you're in a heated argument or discussion or disagreement, you're angry, you're going to be escalated. Your voice is going to go up. You're going to start calling people out your name. Boom, that starts a fight. I heard you and Tom talking about that the other day, about why people can't just have a normal communication, adults, and we're just getting to the point where people don't want to have to talk things out. People want to be violent, and all these guns that people have access to and their children have access to. And, what if that little boy would have got access to that gun? Or he has a sister. What if she would have got access to that gun? It could have been, it all could have been worse. I think if I was in that scenario, I think I probably would have turned that gun on myself and shot my own self. Because it's too much. It's too much.
That's a whole lot to be taken on. Man, I just don't like women that's like that. Even people that's like that period just always so mad. Like they can, it could be a good day. You could tell she one of them people like you could have had a great day at work, and
Mhm.
she'd find a way to fuck it up.
Yep.
Oh, the kids ain't eat this, and this. Like, okay, we need to feed them. Like everybody. And y'all just be careful out there. 'Cause there's some toxic people, and y'all think a lot of that argument just normal. And oh, that means she love me, and no, that means she will kill your ass. He will kill you. Like it should. That's not love, man. Like you get to the point that you feel like you gotta put your hands on somebody because they not listening. Like you're a kid or something. Like they, your mother or your father, like that. It done went too far. That's when it's time to let it go.
uh, I can tell by my experience that he does not put his hands on that girl, and that's why she have that advantage. That's why she puts her hands on him. They both can call each other out their name, right? But when you're starting with the physical abuse, I see her. That's a pattern for her, and I could tell by his voice, his demeanor, his look that he wasn't that type of person. He literally was like that type. He reminded me of my dad. If my mom, said something to my dad or whatever, he would try to avoid the situation and he wouldn't try to come back with another comeback. But when this guy got so aggravated, that's when he called up, B, get your hands off of me. Because she constantly, while we was watching it, she was constantly hitting on him. And not one time did he hit her back. Now, he didn't pay attention that she was recording it. This was his normal actions, how he react. Hey, let me call my folks because, they probably warned him. This girl crazy. You done had these babies with this girl. Y'all married. Y'all legally married. This not your girlfriend. This your wife. Y'all married and you married to this girl and she's abusing you. And of course, a man like that is not going to tell anybody that he's being physically abused by a woman.
Yeah, we ain't able to tell nobody now. And them kids got to grow up without a father,
and a mother.
and you got stories that's just crazy. You got kids out here growing without a father, then you got stories like this. This dad found out anonymous kidney donor is his daughter. And for y'all who got kids, I don't know. This was tough. Because I'm pretty sure dad knew that she was probably a match, but he probably like, I'm not gonna ask my child for a kidney. Like if they found one, then that's good. But then to find out she was the anonymous donor, like this was big. I just want to know for y'all who out there got kids, how would y'all have felt about this if you needed a kidney and for some reason you found out one of your kids was the one that gave it to you?
Oh my God.
I think I'd feel like I couldn't do it.
Oh. It's so good. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my.
All right, look. Okay, we're gonna do this thing, man, in about 5 minutes.
Hi everyone, this is Anu from Jane Jewelry Network. Don't miss the Tom Moe Show, Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. And guess what? On Wednesday, you also get another viewing from 9:30 to 10:30. Don't miss it.
Welcome to the Tom Moe Show. Here to let you know. Welcome to the Tom Moe Show. Here to go. Welcome to the Tom Moe Show.
Man, so we got kids out there losing their fathers at young ages. Then we got kids out here that refuse to let their father go without a good fight. This girl gave her kidney to her father anonymously. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't allow her to do this because I got a daughter. I would not allow her to give me her kidney, because I know for sure by just giving your kidney, that's showing your lifespan automatically. So I wouldn't want to take years off my child's life, but it's some kids out here that you can't tell them nothing. That's why she probably had to do it this way because she knew her father won't allow her to do this. But what's your thoughts on this, Dr. P? Is this something you see yourself being able to do for your father? And at the same time, can you allow one of your kids to give you a body part if needed?
First, I want to tell you thank you, thank you, thank you, because I needed some energy. I needed some encouragement.
You
I'm serious. I
gotta balance it different. You
so
gotta balance it out.
this had me in tears. And oh yes, one thing about your kidney, you can function off of one kidney, and in order to be a donor you have to be a match. And just so happened, yes, that is something that I would do. And to see the expression on her dad's face, like, you're giving me another opportunity to live. And
Yeah.
most of the times they would prefer somebody that's in the family, because normally the DNA, you're normally a match. So that's the first person they would try. But because the kidneys, you can live without one kidney, and it doesn't shorten your lifespan. It's done very frequently. It's just that the list for donor is so long. So this was absolutely amazing. Yes, if my children would say to me, hey, mama, I give you a kidney if I'm a match, yes, I would take it if it's gonna, increase my lifespan. But if I'm closer to death, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't do it. But if it was going to give me another, more time to live, oh yes, I would do it. And I just bless this young lady for doing this, because it looks like her dad is just kind of like, whoa, I would have been dead. When your kidneys is gonna stop functioning, everything else breaks down.
So
So
yeah,
he didn't have much time, to literally live if he was doing dialysis or whatever. But for her to do this thing for her dad, this is love. This is what loves look like right here.
man, definitely is. This is too big, man. I still couldn't allow my child to do it for me. But for my pops, I definitely would, man. You can have one of these joints. It's good too, But at the same time, I'm not gonna just give it to you if you're gonna go do the same thing, because we all get the same amount of toes, kidneys, and everything for the most part. And I'm not gonna allow purring on that you to go out here and drink and fuck your body up and think I'm gonna come clean it up, and then you gonna go out there and do the same thing. Because I done heard stories like that happen. Somebody done gave their kidney to their parent, and they father went out there and started drinking again, end up dying anyway.
Wow.
Like literally like 6 months later. So it's like, damn, you could have kept your kidney, and the life short span, they tell you that, I know somebody who gave a kidney, and they told him that his lifespan would be shorter. I mean, it's gonna be tremendous, like 20 years shorter, but it can be a year or two. It's just that, and things are a lot different. Like you ain't gonna be able to drink or do any things that you used to do, and you gotta be careful when you get in certain injuries and things like that. Like your whole life really changed for you as well. You can still have a good time, but mostly people that do it, I think they don't drink anyway. Because you got a good kidney. I don't need another bad one, just to hang me on. But I think this was a good gesture. I just wanted to know for the parents out there, would they been able to do it? I still see people ain't calm yet, so they probably like thinking about it. Y'all let us know what y'all can do. Can y'all give a kidney to somebody, or
But
can y'all
mom,
accept a kidney from one of y'all kids?
your daughter would have done this, because I'm pretty sure her dad probably was against her doing it,
Yeah,
thinking like you. But I'm pretty sure, look at the reaction of how he's looking now, like, oh my god, like, she's fine, she's walking around, she's up walking, she's presenting it to him, letting him know, like, this is your donor. A lot of people have donors, and sometimes you never get to meet your donor. To know that this is your own blood, blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. This girl gave her own kidneys, and I'm pretty sure it would have been the same thing with you. No, I don't want my daughter to give me a kidney, but your daughter will be like, I don't want my daddy to die. No, if my kidneys
yeah,
match and I can live without one, because trust me, anything you do, you have to go through therapy in order, you know what I'm saying, the psychological evaluation and all that kind of stuff to understand the risks, all this stuff. So she made it. She's doing good. He's doing good, and he's surprised. No telling how far he was on his deathbed.
nah, it ain't, it ain't, and I think that's why we get to two kidneys. Like it's for a reason. It ain't, if you can live with just one, then that letting you know that you know you can basically let somebody use one if needed. It's just crazy that we can do certain things like this these days, and man, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'm with you though, Dr. P. I don't know, man. I just can't do it.
Well,
I'd be happy at the same time, but I still be hurt. Like, why did you do this?
you love your baby so much, but your baby love you just as much because you're so caring. And that's the simple fact that you wouldn't even have to expect this. Do you know how many people that wouldn't do it? Just be like,
Yeah.
I'm giving you my kidney. So just to have somebody love you that much more is enough. I told you remind me so much of my son. My granddaughter, she would do the same thing. She'll be like, Daddy, I give, she'll talk with her mom about it first. And then her mom be like, you know what, go ahead. Because I believe it's a blessing, even, with her doing that. I believe it's a blessing and she's giving her daddy a little bit more time.
Yeah, time is needed, y'all. I just hope he really respect it, like really go ahead and do whatever it is he need to do, because he probably wasn't a drinker. Sometimes it just be
He probably
weird
was.
things that happen,
Right.
it'd be like, damn, people catch cancer that don't smoke
Yeah.
at all, never smoke. So
Yeah.
it just be like weird things happen,
Yeah.
but man, you taking a risk, man. We need more kids like this, though, but we need more parents out here taking care of their bodies,
Yeah.
so we ain't got to be in these situations. You got to be around granddad, and I respect that. I can see my sister doing this, and
And
my father like, hell nah, girl, let me go, let me
my
go.
brother that recently passed, he had 40% kidney function. So he didn't want to take, the shots to do the blood clots. And so just knowing that and watching it, then my mom had cancer, but she didn't die from cancer. She died because her kidney shut down. So that's what I'm saying. Once your kidney shut down, that's it. Everything, all your other body organs start to shut down. But to have that kidney and have a donor to give you another kidney, because my aunt is right now on dialysis. And it's not easy, but her whole thing is, I want to live. I want to live a little bit longer. So that's a big thing. And my mom, she didn't do it because of her for drinking. My brother didn't die because he was a drinker, because his kidneys shut down. It was just the rest of his organs in his body was shutting down. And once the kidneys did it, everything, and it's called renal failure. So you can go into renal failure at any time, and it has nothing always to do with somebody that is a drinker.
Mm, that's tough. I look at our bodies like machines, man. Gotta really take care of it. Like no different than certain cars. Whenever you need a part, you gotta get that exact part. But you can't just grab it off any car. You gotta get this car that fits yours or the exact same model as yours. And that's how it is looking for a kidney. It ain't an exact match. You gotta find the one that fits yours. So I look at it like, man, you gotta take care of these machines we was given. We got a lot of parts on it, but when some of them start going out, it's hard to replace them because everybody trying to give away a kidney.
Yeah.
So I encourage a lot of people
And
to
I'm gonna
keep
tell you another one
healthy.
that I deal with is skin cells. A
Yeah.
lot that have cancer, they look for, and it's normally somebody in their family that can do it. And I just lost my sister-in-law. She was a twin, and her husband said, "You know what? I'm not gonna allow my wife to put her life in jeopardy, because what if you don't make it and she makes it, or it doesn't work?" So this is a hard process. But my sister-in-law passed away, and my twin is, she's trying to live day by day without her twin. So it's so many different avenues to look at things. And trust me, when we single, but when you have a twin, it's a different bond. And just to see her going through, I lost a sibling, I can relate, but I can't relate to losing a twin.
Now I can imagine that losing a twin. That's your other rib. That's your that is your other kidney already, man. That's
Right.
tough right there. We got one more topic. They got a question for y'all. Being educated and being certified, basically, certifications and stuff
Yeah.
like that. A lot of people got a lot of certifications out here. A lot of people got, educated. They got college degrees and things like that. But they been comparing it to You know, a lot of people feel like because they educated, you know, they know more than others, but a lot of people don't understand what is educated. You know, just because you went to school don't make you educated. You
Correct.
know, that means you got a certificate. You certified. You know, that's where they got the roles flipped at. A lot of educated people is most people that didn't even probably graduate from school. They just educate themselves. They seek knowledge. They don't need me or Dr. P to come to them and say, hey, look, go to chapter 5. We're going to learn about this today. They already got something in mind that they want to learn, and they go seek that knowledge, and they continue to do that. I know I'm one of them people for sure, but I'm going to share this clip of this guy breaking it down so y'all know the difference. And I want to know what type of person do y'all think y'all are. You know, you feel like you're more of an educated person or more of a person that's just certified.
Difference between being educated and certificated. Those are not the same things. I can go to school and get a certificate. And I see it all the time. People come into our firm and apply for a job. They have a certificate, they're a chartered accountant. But you know what they do? They're good at debits and credits. That's it. Don't talk to them about strategy or marketing. They can't do it. My grandfather started a spaza shop. The very first time I heard about the term EBITDA was my grandfather explaining it to me at 12 years old. I was like, what is this EBITDA thing? And why does an old man who doesn't have a standard 2 know what EBITDA means? So I then went and learned earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, amortization. So the question is, how does an old man who was educated probably in the 30s and 40s, definitely went to a pre-apartheid schooling system that was not preparing the black man for economic enterprise, learn a term that is a corporate finance term? It's because even though he wasn't certificated, he went and got himself educated. The point I'm making, when you become an entrepreneur, the responsibility to learn how business works becomes your responsibility. You cannot blame it on the environment you're in and the education you're getting.
But somebody will disagree with you. I mean, like if we come from township and rural schools, you can't compare the education there with those who are attending at yours downtown CBD.
I 100% agree. But again, I make the point. There is the education you receive given to you by the system and the school to which you go. Then there is the education you seek. There is the things you do. Put it to you differently. When you're given that free bundle of data by MTN, are you on Twitter or are you on YouTube watching a video from Mark Zuckerberg about how to master scaling a business? Both will cost you 200 megabits. Both are going to do very different things for your life.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Won't Show. Let's get it.
Let's get it. What's your thoughts on that? I see Slicky said he's certified. Got that certificate. I know they put you in a program, they trained you, and they taught you what they know. So when you come to computer, you program to do the things that they taught you. But anything outside of that, you won't really be that educated on because you ain't seeking yourself, or you are very educated on it because you went there, got the certificate, and at the same time you continue to educate yourself on that field. So you got some people that go to school and they feel like, well, I learned this in school, and that's what they stick to instead of looking for more research and educating themselves on more on that business or whatever it is they doing. What's your thoughts on what he said, Dr. P? You feel like you're more educated or certified?
Yeah. I feel like I'm more educated. I like the education part. You know, I always talk about wisdom and knowledge. You know, having knowledge is the key. Something somebody can't take away from you. Education, I can get education from anywhere. I don't have to go to school to get educated, but to get certified. And the Bible talks about God certify us, you know, predain us and certify us. Mm-hmm. Most jobs are requiring now, they don't want a lot of degrees. They want you to be certified because a certification, you can go through a program and you're quicker to go through that program and be, you know, certified. But based on me, certification, still, you got to get knowledge to be certified. You still have to be certified. So they go hand in hand, but everything doesn't cause for a certification. You could be, not Molly, you can be, I can sit up here right now and say, you're educated on the knowledge that you know, right? Then I can say, Molly, you're certified, not by a certification organization, but I can say you're certified to teach certain things that you've given to us because of your knowledge on what you got. You see what I'm saying? So it works, to me, it works hand in hand. Certification is really just somebody just giving you something that, you go, you learn the process, you learn whatever it is, the skill, you have the mindset, which we have the mindset because you have to be educated. You have to use education to be certified. You have to pass whatever training you're in to be certified.
Yeah, I look at it like, let's say you got to get certified to get a driver's license. Like you got to go through the little
Yeah.
test and you pass your learners, and then you get your license. You pass the driving test. Once you pass the driving test, they give you a certified license. Here you go. You can drive as much as you want, but you can't drive a NASCAR. Like you can't drive in a NASCAR race just because they gave you a certification that you got a license. Yeah, you might can drive, but you're gonna have to educate yourself
Right.
on driving now, really driving.
Right.
Like that's what a lot of people ain't understanding. Like these schools, they in these programs, they certify you, but they give you enough knowledge that they want to give you, that they
Right.
feel like you need to know to work for them. But when you start to learn things outside of them, that's when it become education. So if I learn how to drive a car outside of just the driving test and what they telling me I should and not know, that's me educating myself. That me finding out, okay, if I want to do 200 in this lane, I got to do this. It's going to take this. It's going to take that. And they might got classes for that as well that can actually teach you those things. But I just think at any time you want to educate yourself, you got to actually do it instead of letting somebody do it for you. Anytime somebody telling you something, that's they've been certified in that field, so you really still getting passed on down certified information instead of educating yourself. It's good to take on that information, but later on you got to at least say, let me look this up so I can educate myself on some of these things they was talking about, and then maybe you can help the person that basically open your eyes to that and educate them on some things they might didn't see. But I think we get caught up in these structures that these books put out here, and I'm talking about science and everything, and they tell you and they give you an idea of how the world works when it doesn't work like that. And sometimes it works a little bit like that. And they're not telling you everything though. They tell you a little bit of the story, but it's up to you to educate yourself to get the whole story. But that
Look at when we look at those which I hold both earned an honorary doctorate. You have all these people, you have legends, you have Oprah Winfrey, you have, majority people that's public eye have an honorary doctorate. They didn't go to school for it. The simple fact that they're educated in their field qualifies them to be have a doctorate because you're educated enough to be able to carry this doctorate. That means that I've mastered it. And sometimes like mine is in divinity, which is I've been through so many things in life in different areas of life that I can teach somebody else, or they certified me with the honorary doctorate degree because of my history. So I didn't have to go to school for that doctorate degree, but the one for my psychology, yes, I did. So yes, I think it happens both ways. We see people get honorary doctorates literally all the time, and it's just based on if, like I said, if I had a school right now, I could say, okay, Ma, I want to give you a honorary certification. I'm honoring you with this doctorate because of the simple fact that you have enough wisdom and enough knowledge, as in your human works, the works that you've done, that qualifies you to be a doctorate in your field.
yeah, I understand what you're saying too. I just be looking at it like I don't need nobody to really certify me, because they feel like once you give somebody the power to do so, you give them the power to not to too.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people get mad when they don't get Grammys and Oscars,
Yeah.
because they already given them the power to give them an Oscar. So they be like, oh, I should win. So when they don't win, they feel bad because they gave them that power. So I don't care what, most people, they come out like, you should talk about that. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. At the end of the day, we all should be learning. Ain't none of us really teachers, but we should always teach what we
Yeah.
know to those who don't know. But it always gonna be some out there that know a little more than you, and we should listen. So I always got my ears open. If anybody need to know anything that I might already know, then I tell them. But outside of that, I'm always seeking knowledge. You know, I never really feel like I'm certified in anything because I'm always searching for more education on whatever it is. And when I was young, I was nothing like that. I just literally want to do enough to pass.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people do these days. And they get certified to teach the next generation when they didn't really learn too much. They just did enough just to get through. And I know a lot of people like that. And I was one of them. If I can get a C, I'm good. Like, hey, look, all you need to see is to get out of here. And we was cool with that. So we just got to be careful because now we got a lot of these kids starting to run the world. They starting to be mayors and council members and all types of things. So we really need the smartest people in the smartest rooms, and, you know, and keep everybody else hands on. You know, we can do the dirty work. That don't mean you dumb. That just means you better at another field. But we passed the hour, y'all. My bad. Don't forget to tune into my boy DJ Slicky Woo Boo too, man. Y'all know he be on Nets live, man. The hottest DJ and be more. Dr. P, give him some good energy before we go. And Janice, you know we miss you and we love you always.
Yes, Janice, we love you and Tom and the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
And we had a wonderful topics to cover. Mob threw it in there. I definitely, I mean, this was purpose for today. I definitely was going through a lot listening to the story about the on live, and I needed my stomach is in so many knots, and to hear the other story about the young lady giving her father the kidney, just that was inspirational enough. But remember, yeah, like Ma said, watch who you're dating, watch who you get yourself involved with. Understand the warning signs of being in a toxic relationship, toxic bonding, all of this stuff, all these terms that y'all now starting to hear, start paying more attention to it. When he spoke about education, always educate. Knowledge is power. So always, a lot of times we need the certifications on the degrees just to get in certain doors, but we've already equipped with a lot of this stuff. And the more you put into your own mindset, nobody could ever take that away. And like I always say, what is my saying? Live on purpose for a purpose. This is your girl, Dr. Purpose.
Dr. P, man, we had a great show as always. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like and share button before y'all go. And don't forget to add my boy DJ Slicky Woo Boo, man. I already know you're going to be over there jamming out. Let me see who we had in here today, because Janice normally do the roll call. But I got you today, Janice. I know we had my boy Slicky Woo, because I seen him all through the comments. Who else? We had Kimberly. Appreciate you tuning in. Butterman tapped in. Ain't Common. What up, Butter? Butterman tapped in with us. I think that was Chef Port, Miss Ramos.
All right.
Popped in on us. I might miss a few of y'all. Kenny popped in on us. Appreciate you, Kenny.
Love you too.
Rico, appreciate you tuning in, man. I miss you. Charge it to my mind, not my heart. Ain't that what they say?
Yeah,
I know I forgot a few people, man. But we gotta get up out of here. And like we always say, if ain't nobody tell you they love you today, just know that we do. From this time to the next time. Peace. We up out of here. Love y'all. Y'all be safe. You be safe out there in Houston, Dr. P. Don't be stopped to pop up on you out there. We're gonna be out there. We dealing with one of your girls already. When she said she knew Dr. Purpose, that's when I called you and I asked you. Yeah, I said, oh yeah, okay. Small world.
That's crazy. She's been to my house at my 50th party, all of my events with her, and she's on my board. So that was just crazy.
Oh yeah, so
that's
we're gonna do some good business then. Well, you have a good day, Dr. P. We be back on tonight, 9:30 to 10:30. Sade and Tom Mo. Y'all just tune in, man. Until then, like y'all, we out. All right, Dr. P.
Peace.